We are popping to the shops in just a moment, guys. I just wanted to pick you up and show you around the garage as it is now. We have been through, cleaned everything, got everything out, sorted everything, made everything a bit more easily accessible. Got all the G-Techs out that I bet you lot didn't even know I had. All the Sharks are up there. The TVs are now there. The Henrys with all the accessories are now up the top there. All these packages are all ready to go out. We're going to quickly, and I mean quickly, run through those packages and what we've sold, and then we'll be heading out to the shops. Quick run through, guys, of what has gone out, and then we'll get a sense in the van over to the shops and see what bits we can pick up. Bus hold all, you saw me pick it up for £15. That sold for £28. A camcorder I picked up at the car boots for 20 quid. Didn't have a charger with it. Bought a charger, tested, working. That is on its way to Australia, and that has sold for £80. The manual hand press juicer, paid £6, sold for £20. The copper wall art, random thing, picked it up, saw that they sold quite well on eBay, paid £3, sold for £14. The speakers, the Denon speakers that were up there, brand new in box, have sold for £120, nipping back the money that I've paid from the Facebook Marketplace pickup as the whole. Next on the list is a Bosch cordless vacuum cleaner that I sold for £72. That was a £15 pickup. A pasta maker that was £8 has sold for £35. A Kodak slide projector, which was a £15 pickup, has sold for £72. The robot vacuum cleaner, the Shark, you may have seen it on the shorts, that has finally gone. All tested in the house, working, all the bits and pieces. £80 paid at the car boot. That was the one that I went to last year with Darren the Legend car boot hunter and Carboot Keith over at Torksey. £80 paid, finally sold, £212. A G-Tech, what G-Tech was it? It was a G-Tech K9 upright vacuum cleaner. That was part of a bundle I got from a charity shop. It didn't come with a charger, it was untested and it was flat. So that was all tested and then working. That has sold for £60 and only £4 paid because of the previous issues. And the knee rover that I picked up from the reuse centre over at Bury St Edmunds, bought for £20, sold for £80. I've got a lamp on here. Ah, yes, it was one of those heat lamps. So it's the little heat lamps that come over, you put the candle underneath, instead of burning the candle, it warms it up. Right, you've heard me sales. Total spend was 212 quid for that lot. Total sales, 811, giving me a pre-fee tax profit of £599. Not bad for about 4 days worth of sales. February's been terrible up to press. It's just kicked off. Let's get to the shops. Let's see if there's any bargains to be had in the charity shop. Let's get in there. Guys, if you see anything I don't, drop it in the comments. That's one thing about reselling, you are always learning. Look at that, 56k fax modem. Remember them things loading up, old school. Used to take about 10 minutes to download one picture. Look and see if there's any vintage top trumps. They can be good money, but these are all new. Well, I just spotted this in the window, I'm literally just about to leave. There's an Ion record player with amp, with speakers for 65. I just need to do a bit of research into the speakers because I know that these two together are 65. The profit will be in the speakers. Let's have a little research on them and see how much they are. Well, it turns out I couldn't see them properly. I was looking at the brand, I was looking what was written on the front, and that was Pageant. But these are Mondurant Short MS, top right hand corner of the speakers. They're over 100 quid a pair. So I reckon between that and that, there's about 100 quid profit there. So I'm going to get them, drag the van back round, grab them, shove them in the back of the van. Oh, there we go, look guys, speaker is there. Thingy as well. I'll grab that. There we go guys, Marantz amp, Ion turntable. That's the only thing I didn't look at the price, I've got no idea, but with a combination of that and the speakers, there's an easy 150 there out of 65. Mondurant Short, Pageant 2, Series 2. Look them up. Well, it's a beautiful day out today, and I'll tell you something, those first pickups are alright, I'm happy with that. Let's get into the next one. That's nice. Is it big money? 15. There's a brand on it. Can't see a brand. eBay prices are in between 40 and 60 odd. So I think for 15, we'll give that a go. Is that what I think it is? No, that's a shame. Thought she was an angle poise. It's such cool older stuff, but 24% lead crystal. Loads of them. But the old Panasonic could go for good money, but it is huge and very, very heavy. Probably 25 kilos there. Really cool, really cool. But at 20 quid, there's nothing left in that one. I don't mind, we're going to carry on, keep going, see what we can find. Yeah, that little Philips radio alarm clock, I presume. What is this? Are they with it? That's cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, literally going for like 3 quid on eBay, which is a shame because it's such a cool thing. Look at this little radio, that is so cool. AM/FM radio in the shape of a computer. That is sick, isn't it? £5. I don't think it'd be worth anything, but it is cool. You know what, there is a couple of solds on eBay in between 10 and 18 quid. This one's in its box, which is cool. It's British Home Stores. I'm going to get it just because it's cool. Even if I don't sell it, that'll look cool on the shelf in the garage. These are so cool. I've got no idea if it's worth as much as a Stanley number whatever plane or anything like that. There's absolutely no branding on it. Just a little mark at the front. WRJC. Let's have a little look. I think I'll take this one. This is by a company called iSorby. There's sales on eBay in between 20 and 80 quid for some of them. This one's only a £5. It's worth a go at a £5. This one, no idea on that. Can't find anything about that. Did grab a Krups grinder for a £5. Usually 15. Have a little look, see what else there is. Cookworks, juicer, pie maker. Should you just go home and make pies? Pies for everyone. Manual juicer, Lakeland person. That did not sound good. Huh. How much are they? 3 quid. They might be alright. A robot on the radio. Sometimes it's worth just having a look in these little boxes. Printer ink can do well, but you've got to check the dates. It is honestly so warm today. It is lovely. Oh my god, car boot season around the corner. So, really cool little vintage, not vintage, but old school BHS AM/FM radio. People buy them just because they're quirky. Krupp's coffee grinder, usually go for about 15, that was 6. The plain, that was only a £5. I've seen sold all over the place, but there's some real good ones and some not so good ones, but safe at a £5. And then the Walker stick thing. Really cool leather, all the bits and pieces. It's not branded, so I don't know if that's going to hurt it at all, but we can have a look to see if there's any more distinguishing marks when we get it home that'll lead us to some kind of brand. 15 on that. You're definitely going to get your money back regardless. We've got one more to go to, guys. Stick with us, let's get in. Right, you lovely lot, let's go through what we picked up. Oh, there's quite a bit. There is quite a bit. I'm very happy with what we've got today. Right, let's get bang straight into it. First up, the plain. £5 paid, there is the price. Total sale price, potentially £30. Next on the list, we have got the turntable. It's the Ion Profile Pro. Nothing too special about this one, it's a USB one. It came with a whole hi-fi kit. So I'm going to run this as in, there's 3 items in that £65, so I'm running them in at £20 and whatever each. So that's how I've worked it out on the pricing. So next on the list is a sweeper from the last charity shop. Didn't film in there, loads of music, all the rest of the bits and pieces we know about. It's one of the old school floor sweepers. This one is in absolutely superb condition from a company called Leaf Height. I did have a quick look online. Comps are about, what did I put them down to? About 20 quid, about 25 quid. They weren't going to do anything with it because it was manky inside, and I've just cleaned it all out and it's come up really well. So that don't really owe me anything, to be perfectly honest. Next on the list after the sweeper is the computer radio. You saw me pick it up for £5. Super cool little thing. Somebody's even put a brand new set of batteries in there. Really cool, old school BHS home store AM/FM radio. I have seen comps for 20-25 quid people have sold these for in the past. I've got a feeling it's going to be something that kicks around for a little while and then eventually sells, but it is super cool. I've not seen any sale in their boxes, so that's obviously something that's gone awry somewhere. Next, from the last charity shop, some books. I've got to do a little bit more research on these because of how these are presented. Don't usually buy books, but when they're brand new in box, yeah, they are from a company called Fairy Loot, I do believe, which sounds like one of these monthly subscription things. I've got no idea. Andrea Stewart, The Gods Below. They're obviously brand new. I don't know if the print on the spines or anything makes them any more valuable. I don't know if they're any kind of... They're 2024, so they're obviously all sort of brand new. There's no speciality to them, but they're usually selling for about 10 of those books brand new. There's 2 of those there, so we've got them. Next on the list after that is a Humax plier. It's one of the real old ones. Here it is in its box. All the bits and pieces are inside. It's the 9150. Sold prices on those are going to be again 20-25 quid, something along those lines. Let me pop that out of the way. Don't work anymore now, I've just broke it. After the Humax is the Krupp's coffee grinder. From the charity shop, £6 paid, about 20 quid back on that. People do like it when they've got the old pack test on the back. It is nice and clean. So yeah, like 20-25 quid, something like that. Ying ying ying. Next on the list, after the, what is it? Disney vans. Got these in the last shop. There's a pair of these that have sold in America, and these are in super condition. Hardly any heel drag at all on the back. They're only size 4, that's their only downside, but they are the Mickey Classic Disney vans. There is a comp pair of these sold in America used for £58. I'll probably be aiming for about 25 quid, but that was part of the bundle. Next on the list after the Disney shoes is a Logic TV. I'll just turn you around real quick so you can see these. There they are, 2 Logic TVs. Both there, all working, no remotes, so we'll be aiming for about 25 quid a piece on those. Next on the list after that is, what's after the TVs? The shooting seat. £15 paid. I'm not going to get a lot back out of this one because I was looking for a brand, couldn't find one in the shop. Some brands do really, really well. Some brands do all right. This is a non-branded one. However, it is leather. £15 paid. I'm probably looking at about 20-25 back on that. So not a vast amount of money back, but I'll take any kind of profit before the car boot season starts, guys. It all equals out with all the stuff that you buy across the board, doesn't it? So after the shooting stick was the Marantz amplifier. You saw me pick it up from the first charity shop we went to. There we go. It is the PM48. All pack tested. Working or not, who knows? That's for me to test and find out. But part of that deal with the record player, I put that down as like 22 quid as well. They usually sell for about 60 quid. Seen one sold for about 50, I think, and another one sold for sort of 70. So somewhere in between the two. Pioneer. Now there's a hi-fi down here. Pioneer. It is really cool. So there is your, and it's a big heavy unit, look. So it's got all the speaker cables, amplifier, bits and pieces. Very heavy unit. But however, I did notice when I pulled it out, it is broken at the front. Unfortunately, that is broken at the front. It could still fully work. I've got no idea. I do still need to test it. It comes with such cool things. You get the subwoofer with that system. You also get like a heads-up display type thing that plugs in there, so you can have that separate to the actual unit itself. You get a really cool funky remote control, and then the little satellite speakers to go wherever you want them to go. So I will test it, make sure it's all working, and then what I'll probably end up doing is selling the main unit for spares or repairs. They sell for about £20. I'll sell the two satellite speakers and the subwoofer together. Again, probably another 20 quid. Probably 15 to 20 on the remote, and maybe the little display will be a tenner as well. The aerial is in there, and I've noticed a lot of people that have sold these on eBay don't have the aerial. So there's a chance I might be able to sell the aerial as well, separately. Now, there is one thing on here that I haven't actually put on the list. I haven't priced it up because I've done so little research into it that I don't even know which Xbox it is. They said to me in the charity shop, there's a PlayStation back there, and I went, oh, I like PlayStations, yeah. And then it was an Xbox. It's a 360, no idea of anything, 120 gig hard drive, but it's that with 4 controllers, whatever that thing is, I've got no idea, and the mains power lead. That is literally all that's in there, guys. So, yeah. Whatever that's worth, that's worth. I don't know, it was kind of chucked in with the deal. They don't mess about with them, to be perfectly honest. So let's bring you in for the last one, which is the Mondurant Short speakers. They are now here on the shelf. They're in lovely condition. There's a few chips and marks on the wood, as you would expect from a set of very old speakers. We'll just pop the fronts off there, look. You can see inside there in lovely condition. Now, solds on these anywhere from £80 to £120. And as you know full well, for those, the amplifier and the record player, I only paid £65 anyway. Total spent today was £126. Total potential sales of all this lot, that's excluding the Pioneer bits and pieces and excluding the Xbox, so there could be a bit more to go on, is about 400 quid. So we've done about £274 profit once it sells, and yeah, I'm not disappointed with that at all. I'm not disappointed in the slightest. I think that's all right. We've got a lot of bits, which is good, because you pop along with us in here, you will see that the shelving is starting to empty out as I've tidied and sorted things and all this, that and the other. Yeah, the shelving is really starting to empty out now, guys. So, I mean, these bits on here are just what I've literally put on there. So, yes, I'm very happy with the pickups from today. Please like, comment and subscribe. Have a look at my back catalogue of other stuff. Going to car boots, charity shops, Ace house clearance, buying stuff off Facebook Marketplace to sell on eBay. And I'll see you in the next one.